If you never treat it like a job, you'll never get paid. So you can't do it when you feel like it. There's really no reason for you to produce that video. Whatever that process is, you've got to have it in place because that signifies I'm serious about what I'm doing. To monetize, if you want to get paid, it's about... Okay. Now we're back for another podcast episode. And today, one of the things I want to say is there's an old adage. I didn't make this up, but it goes like this. If you don't treat it like a job, you'll never get paid. If you never treat it like a job, you will never get paid. And whenever I do, there's a series that I'll do for my show or for my content or whatever. And it's the monetization piece and just understanding the different ways that you monetize. But the challenge for many content creators when we talk about monetization and getting paid is that it feels like work. It feels like it's like I wasn't doing this to feel like work. And so it comes back to what is your ultimate motivation? Because if you just want it to be fun, then let's take pay off the table.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Because if you're not going to treat it like a job, you're not going to get paid. So a good friend, we went through the process to get him monetized. Now, I'm not talking about YouTube. I want to be clear. I'm not talking about getting to 2,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours and getting accepted into the YouTube partner program, because you will get a check from them. But that's not what we're talking about. You can be monetized with 10 subscribers. It's all how you set it up. It's all how you design it. You know, so he started out, he had about 50 subscribers on his YouTube channel already, kind of repurposed some things, redid the logo, the banner, all that good stuff. Found a sponsor. And then he started putting out content. Monetized day one. Well, the challenge is the sponsor wants content. So you can't do it when you feel like it. You see the challenge is like, hey, you're supposed to be putting out a video every week. It's been 3 weeks. What's going on? Oh yeah, we just had a little something. I'll get back on it. No.
Can't
do that.
If you don't treat it like a job, then you'll never get paid. If you don't treat it like a job, you know what I'm saying? You forfeit the benefit. So whereas he has the privilege of saying, yo, I started my channel monetized. But then you let it slip. And that's the challenge for many creators, because they don't understand what their motivation is. They don't understand how they approach the camera. Right? They don't understand what's on the other end of this content being posted. They really haven't connected those dots. And if you don't connect those dots, you will not get paid. In fact, if you don't want to get paid, that's okay. But we just need to accept that that's the case.
You're not gonna get
on
paid.
the front end. So that you don't do any, because if you understand, like, yo, I'm not motivated that way. I'm not going to be putting out content, regularly for that kind of thing. Like my content coach had I want to say it was like a $40,000 deal with a brand to insert, to do content for them over the course of a year. So we're talking about, this is good money. But it's one of his smaller deals. I want to be clear. But just the way that the brand wanted stuff done. You know what I mean? So it's like he has a certain vibe, a certain, voice that he brings to content. So when he does a video, it looks a certain way. And that's unique. Everybody brings themselves. You got to bring your full self to the video. Otherwise, I could just watch somebody else. There's like 20 videos on the same thing. If you don't bring your unique individual self to the video, then there's really no reason for you to produce that video. But the brand really kind of wanted it a certain way, wanted certain things to be said. And what that meant is he was having to go back and re-record certain pieces. And it just got to the point where he was like, send me the wire instructions to send you back the money.
Oh, dang.
No.
That point.
I don't want this. Because this is not what I signed up for. I thought you guys wanted me. You want me. You want my face with your words. I don't do that.
Oh, that's, man.
And this is what I'm saying is when you got to look at it from that person, because not all money is good money. Not all the money is for you, right? So from his perspective, it was like, yeah, it's a great $60,000. They just wanted 12 videos, one a month. You know what I'm saying?
Shoot, I can make it work.
No. And I'm thinking the same way. I'm like, dang, I probably would have pushed that joint and made it work. But he was just like, no, I'm at a level now where it's actually costing me too much.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm having to show up and I have to put on somebody else's armor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I've been there. I've been in situations.
And you don't feel natural.
Yeah.
I gotta show up as me. If I can't show up as me, then
do you think it can be a balance? With you can balance it out possibly?
I think that I think it depends on the brand. Depends on the client or whoever you're working with. But I also think it is okay, so let me put it this way. What he did in sending them the money back sets the tone for how they deal with anybody else. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because now they recognize like, oh, they're not just money hungry creators that will just do whatever I want them to do. They actually have a standard of themselves.
Yeah.
And let that happen 1-2 more times. And they're as a company, they're going to have to start saying, okay, if we want to work with these influencers, we're going to need to let them do it their way.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a reason why you wanted that particular influencer.
Exactly.
And there's a reason why you're willing to pay that amount of money.
Yeah. Right.
So now you've got to give them the latitude to do it their way.
Yeah.
And I think that's the challenge for both sides. I want to say this clearly because I'm not trying to throw brands under the bus.
Yeah.
I want to say for both sides, for the creator, for this influencer, for the brand, for the client, we have to find a natural space that we can exist in because as an influencer or creator, you need to operate as a business where you're giving feedback, you're delivering on timelines. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Feedback. You're responsive. You don't just go quiet. You don't ghost folks. It's like, I was dealing with a busy season. This, that. No, we can't do those types of excuses. Your business.
People really don't care. Clients don't care.
No, and especially if you're talking about 60K. You know what I'm saying? Like we're at a space now. It's like you're talking about somebody give me $500. It kind of is what it is. Yeah. You still need to treat that with respect,
of course.
But when we're talking at that level, you're not at a level where you need to now start assessing. Is this working for us? And then from his own perspective, he's got to go back. I'm talking about the creator now. He's got to go back and say, how do I structure my onboarding, or what types of questions do I need to ask before I get into the engagement?
That's the thing,
so that I don't find myself here.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But many people won't necessarily have that particular experience or that scenario. So I go back to what I started with. If you never treat it like a job, you'll never get paid. What does that mean for you in your business? What does that mean in the most smallest, minuscule ways? Number one, how do people get in touch with you? If you put an email address on your YouTube channel or on your Instagram, if you have a link in your bio, do you check that link? Because I can't tell you how many times, like I do assessments for churches, right? I just had to stop and laugh. So they'll call me in and say, hey, we'd love for you to come and do a training for my team. But they don't realize that what I'm going to start doing from the day they pay the deposit is I'm going to start looking at their profile. I'm going to look at their Facebook, their YouTube, their Twitter, whatever, their Instagram. And I'm going to actually DM them. I'm going to get in their comments. I'm going to listen, I went on one church's joint and I literally typed the phrase, I'd like to give my life to the Lord. And I never heard back from them, even to where I'm standing in front of their media team, right? Months later, I'm standing in front of them like, this comment is right here. Yeah. None of y'all responded to this.
No response.
So y'all not serious. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you never treat it like a business, you never get paid. And so one of the things that will happen in a conversation like this one is even faith-based folks, nonprofit folks will turn us off and say, this doesn't apply because I'm not trying to get paid. No, your pay is different. Your pay is impact. Your pay is transformation, right? Your pay is somebody says, I want to give my life to the Lord, and then you're able to follow up.
Yeah.
That's pay in your instance. And my question to you is, are you serious about what you've put out there? Right? So at the end of the day, we get to decide what that looks like. Content is content for consumption purposes. Yes, right? Food can be content. Videos can be content. Pictures can be content. Poetry can be content. Sermons, public speaking can be content. It's all to be consumed.
Yeah.
But what is the transformation? What's the call to action? What do you want people to do on the other end of that? And if you don't have a system and a structure, processes around, I mean, it could be just email address, bro.
Yeah.
And you check it every day at 10 a.m. Whatever that process is, you've got to have it in place because that signifies I'm serious about what I'm doing. That way, if somebody messages, Because I mean, if you put the thing out there, and this is what is the one lady I was talking to, she put this email address on her YouTube. That's on her channel. Like it's, you can actually click and see what email address is associated with the YouTube channel. Yeah. So she puts this email address there, one that she does not ever check because she doesn't want to be bothered.
Dang, I've been
now I want to be she's not alone.
No,
and I understand what she was trying to achieve.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, what was worse about the situation is she was saying, I never expected anybody to hit me up. Mm-hmm. Now, are you seeing what I'm saying here?
Yeah.
So what did you just confess?
Yeah.
You don't actually believe that what you're doing is going to have impact. You don't actually believe that somebody's going to want to reach out to you off of the content that you create.
Yeah.
Like this is really just me playing around. It's not going to go anywhere. Mm-hmm. And this is what happens when people have their breakout moments, those viral scenarios, and then they're grossly unprepared.
Yeah.
Because they have no infrastructure. There's nothing behind it. Mm. So, as from a content perspective, when we talk about how it all works, it's an issue of I'm respecting myself enough to put systems and processes behind the ways that I'm telling you can gain access to my genius. Mm-hmm. You can gain access to my genius by doing these things.
Yeah.
And I've got systems behind these things that will ensure we follow up. Mm. If you don't have those things in place, you need to stop creating content.
Yeah.
Get some of those things in place and then go back to creating content. Mm. To me, that's if you want to monetize, if you want to get paid, it's about thinking through the entire process. I often share with people that the largest department at Amazon is not research and development. It's not even web. It's not even inventory. It's not even supply and none of those. It's UX, user experience. Mm-hmm. Largest department at Amazon. Why is that the largest department? Because they are designing the experience from the time you have the idea in your mind and you do that Google search. Mm-hmm. So they're doing the work to make sure the Amazon link pops up first to where you click on that link. Everything you see on that page is designed to help you buy. Mm-hmm. Like from the description, the price, how long is it going to take? They want to show you everything right as soon as you click it.
Make it easy for you.
Make it real easy. Mm-hmm. I mean, it might be even easier than picking up the keys and going to Best Buy. Bro, real talk.
It is.
Yeah. It is. Yeah. Right? But they designed that experience in a way that allows the person to see like, okay, this is where all of I would be able to have this in 2 days. That'll work, in their own mind. Mm-hmm. That'll work. That'll work for my process. That'll work for, and then what do I need to read? They have the reviews. They have the pictures and videos and things for people to see. They've curated the entire experience to the point where they've even made the buy process easy. Mm-hmm. You can save your cards on there.
Yeah.
Right?
One click.
You want one click, bro. they take all the guesswork out. Yeah. And then 2 days or less.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that joint shows up at the door with that smile on it. You know what I mean? That box. Everybody loves that box when it shows up. They've curated the entire experience.
Yeah.
There's no part of that experience that they've left up to chance.
Yep.
No part of that experience. So one of the things I say to people all the time is try to get in touch with you. You try to get in touch with you. See how hard it is. You try to patronize you. See how hard it is.
Yeah.
Have you curated that process?
Yeah.
What does that feel like? Because many people never go through like, oh, dang, I didn't realize that this takes you here. Like, that's not what I intended. I know that's not what you intended, but you haven't actually curated the process.
Yeah. Right.
You haven't had anybody go through it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? One of the first things I do when I put up something that's for sale or make an offer on my website as a creator, if I'm going to say it in a video, I'm expecting somebody's going to go over to that link. Right. Mm-hmm. So first thing I do is when I put that offer, I will create a coupon code for that offer that discounts it to 0. Then I have my wife go through and buy it every step of the process. I'm screenshotting that bad boy because I want to make sure. And if I feel like it's too many steps, I may even have to like find a different process.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
But because I want to get paid, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a $1,500 consult session. I want to get paid.
Yeah,
I want that joint to be as easy as possible. Yeah, I don't want to leave this up to chance. So if you never treat it like a job. You'll never get paid.
Man, systems.
And I don't think that this is just, and this is what I mean when it's the overarching umbrella of content. When I talk about how it all works, it's not just for content creators. Mm-hmm. It's across the board.
Yeah, it is.
you don't know what that experience looks like for somebody. My wife's in web design. She's got to know what that process looks like for somebody to actually go from I'm interested to let me reach out to her.
Yeah.
What does that process look like? How easy have we made it? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't think a lot of people think about those things when it comes on to content, because we put it in this category of fun.
Yeah.
We never think of it as a business.
Mm-hmm.
If you shift that thing, that business can be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get what I'm saying? It's like there's a whole different mindset that you go into, because I'm trying to make this thing work.
Yeah.
You know, I've said this before. I don't know if I've said it with you guys, but you know, are you familiar with how Jeff Bezos arrived at the name Amazon?
How he got the name?
Well, just the process he took to get there.
I just know your boy started in the basement.
He started in the basement,
or garage or something like that.
Oh yeah,
something like that. Yeah,
something like that. There's a whole story around that part. But this is the piece that resonates with me is nobody had done business in that way before.
Right. And I see where you're going with that.
Nobody. It was seen as something fun. It was seen as something that was fringe. Same thing for Netflix. If I'm honest with you, Blockbuster dismissed them. They had opportunity to buy Netflix.
Yeah.
But for Jeff Bezos, for him, it was a relentless pursuit of greatness.
Let me ask you this. Do you think he knew that this could be big?
Yes. You know why? You know why I say that?
Yeah, why?
Because he was going to name the business Relentless. And if you go on your phone right now and type in relentless.com, you know what shows up?
Pull up.
Amazon.com.
Wow.
Even to this day.
That's deep.
That's crazy, right? That's crazy.
That's deep.
I'm so serious, bro. Yeah. Like, when I typed in relentless.com and Amazon came up, I literally had to get up from my chair like, what?
Yeah. Man.
It's insane.
Your boy was like, he was so certain that this joint had to work. He bought the domain. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
What?
That's crazy.
Nah, and usually what I say at this point is, what are you so certain about? That you will buy the domain, like, and he never let it lapse, right? Like, relentless.com still to this day belongs to Amazon. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. But if you never treat it like a business,
you won't get paid.
You can't get paid. You can't get paid. People will want to pay you and they can't because you don't treat it like a business. You got DMs hanging out there. Like, real talk, somebody is watching this podcast right now needs to go and check all the LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, you know what I'm saying, Instagram. They need to go and check all your DMs right now and repent. Because people have been reaching out. Like, I did this with a group coaching call, and this lady was like, "Oh my God, there's a lady in my DMs on LinkedIn that literally wants to pay me to do XYZ. I have not even been in here in months,
bro."
Wow. That's what I'm trying to say. Is like,
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, it was like true story. This happened. I want to say like 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
I was given this name because I was looking for a studio to use.
Dope.
And I'm just like, okay, let me reach out to her through social media because she's always on social media. Let me reach out, send a friend request, and inquire about the studio. Tell me why I go in there to tell her who I am, this, that, and the third. Your girl had already sent me a message a year ago. A year ago. Looking for work. A year ago. So I get it. I get it.
I wish I could tell you that this has never happened to me. That's not true. That's not true. There's we had something happen with info at how it all works is my main email address that I have out there for public consumption. And we had something happen with it. We're transitioning from one mail server to the other. And in the process, there's some mails that got missed.
Yeah.
I didn't know this. So I would say, like, I don't know, maybe a year later, we were able to find something that we got that thing fixed. Long story short, those emails that we missed flooded in. And I started looking at them. I was just like, there was one in there. All the rest of them were mostly trash. But there's one in there, bro. This lady, it was a major remote production project.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking tens of thousands.
Yeah.
It was going to be big. Fly out, the whole nine.
Dang.
And it's an opportunity missed. No, but that's these are the things that people don't recognize. One of the conversations that I was having with my coach was on this concept of the two biggest expenses that everybody has.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody across the board, everybody has two major expenses. And on number 2 line, he wrote taxes.
Yeah.
Everybody, taxes. If you live in the United States of America, is 51%. Okay. You're going to get taxed when you get paid. You're going to tax when you buy something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's just how it is.
This is how it is. Now, he said that in the context of you need to learn your tax codes. Mm-hmm. You need to learn your write-offs and, the things that you can claim that will offset your taxable income. He was saying it from that concept that many creators, because they don't treat it like a business, they don't know how to classify. Mm-hmm. So I'll give you another example. Everything in this room right now was paid for under the business, and everything in the room is used for creating content, which is part of my business. Right. And so everything in the room offsets my taxable income. Mm-hmm. Everything in the room is a write-off. Mm-hmm. So for some people, it's like, man, how are you affording that stuff? Now, I'm be honest. So half of the stuff in the room was sent to me by a brand. Mm-hmm. The other half of the stuff we paid for, but we were able to write that mug off. Yeah. So I'm talking about even furniture, even wall art. If I'm going to use it for content, it's part of my business and I can write it off. But if you never, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because people on the Cash App train, they, you know what I'm saying? Like they not, no EIN. No. Get yourself set up properly so that people can properly pay you. So then I'm sitting there thinking to myself, man, this is free game, right? And this is only number 2. What's number 1? You know what he said number 1 is?
What's number 1?
Come on, Marie, man. You know what number 1 is. Opportunity cost.
Oh, God.
You don't know what you don't know. Mm-hmm. And because you don't know what you don't know, you're going to pay that ignorance tax. Mm-hmm. That thing blew my mind. Because I'm sitting there thinking to myself, man, I'm doing all the things that I need to do. Yeah. But there's still a lot of stuff I just don't know. Yeah. And this is where I found coaching to be the force multiplier for me. Like when I'm, as a man, I've got a set of guys that I'm dealing with as a husband, you know what I'm saying? As a father, coach. I've got coaches, right? Mentors, stuff like that. I've found that having a circle that I can go to and be like, man, what about this? And they can sit you down and put you on game, even if I have to pay for it. It ends up being cheaper in the long run than banging my head against the wall trying to figure it out by myself. Yeah. But again, you will always see things as an expense if you don't recognize its benefit, right? So if you don't treat it like a business, you won't get paid. Well, one of the things that business does is they make investments. And sometimes the investment is in you. The best thing I can invest in this business is in me. I show up better on camera when I'm invested in. I can share better in terms of content, in terms of nuggets of wisdom, in terms of here's what you need to do with certainty because I've invested in me. Yeah. When I haven't done that, all I can give you is I don't know. And that's okay too. I'm just saying when I have invested in me, these are the things that I can do. Yeah. But if you don't see it as investment, this is why, that my coach says to me, the coaching program he's in cost him $150,000 a year. And there was silence in heaven for the space of a half hour. because at the end of the day, you're probably thinking to yourself like, and what's the net benefit? He's a millionaire. Mm-hmm. He wasn't a millionaire before he entered that program. Mm-hmm. He spent pretty much everything he had in savings to pay that $150 for the year. But 3 months into the year, he had made 4x that back because he didn't know what he didn't know. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like he didn't once he got into that program, this guy started giving him the business. He was just kind of like, I've been doing life wrong. Yeah. So if you don't, these are the pieces where I think the term, if you never treat it like a business, you'll never get paid, can extrapolate out to are you a good investment? Mm-hmm. No, not the business or the content or the channel. Am I a good investment? Because if you get into a program like this one, where this guy is in, you paying $150,000, you better do that work.
Yeah.
You bruh, because you can't pay that kind of money and then what?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
But the flip of it is, and this is what blew my mind when he said this, he was like, you're shocked by the 150, but how much you pay for 4 years of college?
Sheesh.
I was like, oh.
Talk to him.
And as I can tell you right now, 2 sessions with my coach is worth more than all the college classes I took.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that to shade on college.
Yeah.
I'm just saying we look at it from economies of the exact cost right now. So because he paid the 150 up front, we're all like, yo, that's too much. Well, 4 years, you paid more than 150,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean, 30, I don't know, 35. What's college costing these days? I don't know. But it's in that neighborhood, 30, 40, 45, somewhere there. 4 years, you're almost at $200,000.
Mm-hmm.
So he paid 150.
Yeah.
And he's able to take the information he learned there.
Yep.
Direct. We're not talking like indirect, like directly learned there and 4X his investment to where now he's a millionaire. That he cleared $1 million last year.
Damn.
So now how does it look?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it was that expensive anymore, but it's a matter of, do you want to go to that next level? And that's the thing that I just keep on coming back to is, if you never treat it like a business, you never get paid. But it's like so many different other aspects and areas of life.
Yeah.
If you're not going to take it seriously, then what's the point?
Yeah. What's the point?
Yeah. What's the point?
Thank
What y'all got, man?
Wow.
Questions? I just want to kind of throw that out there to begin.
No, ain't no throw it out there. Like, I didn't know we were going that deep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like-
we that's what the podcast has got to touch that stuff.
God.
Man. It's got to. At the end of the day, I just believe that this is how it all works, bro.
Yeah.
When people say to you, man, how does that work? I got a circle. There's a circle of people that I can go to. You know what I'm saying? Where my investments are concerned, there's a circle I could go to.
Yeah.
Where my marriage is concerned, there's a circle. I'm not talking about because things are bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying before things get bad, let me go to my circle. You get what I'm saying? Like, because I don't want things to get bad.
Yeah.
I go to the circle.
So you need a circle.
The circle that's how it works, bro.
Mm.
You don't have somebody that you can bounce things off of. You're just kind of, listen, oh my gosh. Do you recognize that God built us for community?
Mm-hmm.
Why did he build us for community? Just
to bounce ideas and all of the above.
To support each other, to do life together, right? It's an innate need.
Yeah.
But why did what example do we have of community that in God that he was exemplifying when he created us?
The Trinity.
There it is.
Mm.
I just wanted you to say it.
Yeah.
Like, they live in community.
Yeah.
They always have each other to bounce. Like, the Godhead is community built in.
Yeah.
And so what he has designed us for is community. We're not designed to walk this road alone.
Yeah. Well, how did we get to that point where we've felt like we got to do this alone?
Man, it's in my opinion,
where'd that come from?
Bro, in my opinion, I just feel like it's a capitalist mentality.
Yeah.
Like, pull myself up by my bootstraps.
Yeah.
No. If
got it out the mud on my own.
If people were honest, it's because they had help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they were honest. But most people don't want to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
No one wants to admit that they had help because it makes them feel like
they feel like it's taken from their accomplishment.
Yeah.
But I just believe that if anything that I achieve or accomplish in life is because of the entire community that I have around me.
Right.
It's not because I'm just so unique and special. No, I was intentional about building these spaces. I was intentional about creating a group of men that I can just go in and be vulnerable and say, yo, I'm struggling with this, I'm doing, and they can hold me up and call me and keep me accountable. I was intentional about building that. I was intentional about my mentor, who I call regularly. And he can put me on game. Sometimes he'll be like, man, you tripping. Sometimes he'll be like, man, so there are times where I'm telling him stuff and he'll tell me, I did not think of it that way. Right? Like he's learning from me. Like, it's a two-way street.
Yeah.
But that's something that I've invested in. It's just something to be said for recognizing the communities that you're in. Your family is a community. You know what I'm saying? That's built in. But then there are other, like, I can't be all things to my wife. So I invest in her friendships too. You'll talk. I mean, like her friends going to Cancun. I'm like, baby, you should go.
Yeah.
For real. I'm like, yo, for real. Especially because especially these two ladies, these were ladies that I really wanted to invest in. I know we're way off topic now, but I'm just saying, this is how it all works. In my opinion, if you don't have these circles, you find yourself as an island. Nobody wants to be an island. I don't care how much success you're experiencing. Nobody wants to be an island.
Yeah.
I had a coaching call, and this guy was saying to me, I had him share his screen.
Uh-oh.
I had him share his screen in the Zoom room, right? I said, hey, bro, share your screen. He's like, what you want me to share? I said, share everything. Just share the whole screen. He's like, that's weird. Okay. So he shares the screen. And I'm like, all right, bring up your calendar. Because if I just had him share one piece, he could hide. I was like, no, just now bring up your calendar. He's like, why you want me to bring up your calendar? I said, just bring up the calendar. So he brings up the calendar. I was like, no, go to the week view. He puts it at the week view. All right, go to the month view.
Yeah.
Puts it at the month view. I was like, bro, I don't see no content on your calendar, bro. Yeah. Like, you're in this session with me right now for content coaching, and I don't see no content on this calendar right now. And he's like, man, yeah, you're right. I was just going to kind of, squeeze it in here or there. I was like, it'll never happen. Because you don't have no time. You have no carved out time to create content. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you would never say that about work. Like, if you got to go to work with 9 to 5, you're not going to say, I'm going to just carve it in wherever. No, you got to be at work.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So if this is serious for you, then we got to carve out some time. Yeah. And so he's like, bet, I'm going to put some stuff on the calendar right now. I was like, now before you do that, I need to go talk to your family. Make sure that they're okay with the time that you put on the calendar, because they have to commit to that time too. Right. And he was like, man, that is a phenomenal idea. So boom, we get off the call. Next session, right? Comes back in. Your boy is like distraught. I'm like, bro, I thought we, cracked the code last week. He was like, man, yeah, we cracked the code, but we uncovered a big issue. I was like, talk to me. He's like, I know this is outside of scope for what we're doing in this session, but I went to my family and told them, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to put this time on my calendar for content. And they actually were okay with it. I'm like, so what's the problem? Yeah. He's like, yeah, they were like, where's our time? On the calendar. Yeah. Man, you have been enjoying this conversation. So have we. And we want to make sure that you get a chance to achieve your goals with content. So join us for your next video done masterclass. Head on over to kirkarnugent.com right now to register and reserve your seat. And let's remove the friction so your content can flow. And speaking of flow, let's get back to the conversation. Dang. Yeah. Damn. Bruh, even I was fidgeting in my chair like, let me go back to my calendar. Put my family time on that mug.
It's because it's important, man.
And he was like, yeah. So I actually had to like completely revamp my calendar. And this is why I think I've said this to you guys before. Tuesday nights is game night for us. And Thursday night is date night for me and Kanique. Sometimes on Tuesdays we'll play games, or we'll go out to, like last night we went for a movie. Sometimes we'll do date. Like I'll take Kenzie for a date. Carson will take Kanique for a date. So we try to build these family experiences. Those are non-negotiable times that are on the calendar. But this is what I mean when I say I think a lot of people are just kind of coasting through life and just allowing things to happen to them. They're not really. They don't. Like, what is important to you? Yeah. What is non-negotiable for you? Yeah. Those are the things you get to prioritize them. You get to prioritize them. You don't have to, you get to. And when you make that time unequivocal, then people will realize like, okay, bet. That's you can't touch that time. Yeah. So then when I say, okay, these are the times that I have available for my coaching, right? They're like, yeah, no, I get it. I finished the coaching call earlier today. The lady was like, I know you got to run. You got to pick up your kids. I'm like, actually, they're out of school, so we can go a little over. Yeah. But you see what I'm saying? She already recognizes like, because usually I'm trying to finish that call so I can go and pick up my kids, not because Kanique can't. I want to go and pick up. I work for myself. I don't see any reason why I should be working through the time to drop them off or pick them up. You feel me? So I get to set the schedule and the priority.
Yeah.
And it's not just that I'm treating content like a job, because the job can be fun. Treat all of it like a job. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I have a reminder on the calendar on Tuesday to try and find a good spot to take Kanique to on Thursday.
Dang.
That's not work. That pops up on your watch. You're like, oh shoot, let me.
Janelle, if you're watching this, I'm gonna do better.
But no, I mean, like one of my guys, he sent me a selfie of him and his wife at some spot downtown. I was like, bro, where is that? He's like, yo, it's here. I'm like, no. Send me the actual, because I need to take my wife somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It's like, these are the types of things. It becomes second nature as you're going through life, essentially.
Yeah.
Because you're intentional about all the experiences that you have. Unfortunately, that's not what we see across the board. And so what we were saying last session in terms of like, am I ready to be in entrepreneurship? I'm like, bro, you know what I'm saying? You don't know how to save. You can't deny yourself. You can't be an entrepreneur. It's impossible. But the other thing that I would add to that is, what are your priorities? What's on that calendar? And for some people that are like, yo, calendars don't work for me, then you got to find something.
Yeah.
You got to find something that's going to help you to carve up your time and have everything in its box. The word of God says, to everything there is a season. Everything has a place and a time. Yeah. And we are no different as people. We gotta think through those things as well. So yeah, to me, that's how I look at it. And when I see folks who are operating at a high level, where they're like experiencing success and everything is clicking, those are the types of questions I want to ask them. Like, yo, what's home life? Like, what's on your calendar?
Man.
You know what I mean? Like, my coach makes, 7 figures, and he's telling me he works like 20 hours a week. I'm like, how the heck do you do that, bro?
Yeah.
He's like, man, that's the way I designed it. I don't want to work any more than that. I'm like, man, you could get speaking engagements. People were willing to fly you here and there to set up their studios. Well, he's like, yeah, I don't want that. Because it's going to mean that I need to be away from home. That costs too much.
Oh, dang.
My God. That thing blew me away, man. So those are the pieces I feel like when you are looking at your strategy from a holistic standpoint, and you figure out what that why is. If your why is, I don't necessarily care to make money, that's fine. Just let's state that at the front. Don't expect that money's just going to roll in off GP, right? No, you haven't designed it for that. So that's not what you're going to get.
Yeah.
But if you want to make money with content, well, dang, you got to be intentional about that joint.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you never treat it like a job,
intentionality, boy,
I ain't never gonna get paid. Jeez. All right, questions. I got to leave it open for questions. I feel like I've talked way too much this episode, and y'all forgive me out there in podcast land. This is just the way I am. But yeah, no. Don't be yo. Listen. I want you to completely baffle me.
Okay.
Come on with it. Don't hold back.
I'll put it this way: I'm not a calendar person.
Yeah.
So with you revealing all that, I'm like, man.
Yeah.
Am I doing the right things here? I'm not a calendar person.
But okay.
And let me tell you why.
Okay.
I get overwhelmed. I get stressed.
No, I do too.
And I feel like when I put certain things on the calendar, like you said, you got to commit to it. Maybe I have commitment issues. I don't know.
No. So, okay. There's a couple of things.
But the stress, anxiety is real for me.
And you're not alone. I get the same. So I can't overwhelm my calendar.
Okay.
Because if I pull up my calendar and I see it looks
right.
Like,
yes.
Somebody vomited on the joint.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be okay. I will be anxious where that's concerned as well. But I think there is a balance that you can strike.
Okay.
I think there's also some rhythms that you can begin to work in.
Yeah.
Right. So for me, the cheat code was the schedule. So Tuesdays is game night. That's yes, it's on the calendar, but it's Tuesdays. And so then I say to the family, I say to the kids, and they tell me this every Tuesday, you know what I'm saying? If I'm on the phone, I need y'all to tell me to put the phone down. Daddy, you're on the phone. Okay.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's an accountability piece even at home. Are you following me? The trick isn't necessarily just to put it on the calendar. It's to put it on the calendar and just to let somebody else know. Because this accountability part that actually causes it to really stick. So Tuesdays is game night. Thursdays is date night. And if we're going to do something different on a date night, we must both agree. So if I have literally, there's a client project of thousands of dollars. And I know you wanted that mug to be produced on a Thursday. I was like, babe, this is the price. She's like, go. We're in this together. We're in this together. And then sometimes I even like, how can we make it up? All right, is there a different evening? I'm just saying it becomes part of what you get to do. And that's where, for me, the anxiety comes down. It's not a have to. Because most of the times when people get anxiety, where they have their to-do list or they have the calendar is packed, it's a have to. Like, I have to do this. But the reframe is, I get to. Like, I get, like, I'm gonna lie. I have a lot of friends my age who have gone through divorce. I'm still married. You know,
amen to that, bro.
Amen.
Say it again.
I still married happily too. And this coming month in June, it'll be 19 years.
Wow.
I'm saying I get to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not looking at it from the have to perspective.
It's
I get to. And when we make that one little tweak and we have accountability, I feel like that's what makes it doable. You know, so those are the first two things I would say when it comes on to the calendar piece. Here's the last thing I'll say, and this is a hard word for somebody out there, bro.
Go ahead, speak it.
If you're a black man, you need therapy. Period. Point blank.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say again, that's one of those things that we've kind of shied away from.
We do,
and it became
a
thing for a lot of us. Like, we don't need the help.
No, I mean, if I could be really transparent.
I know I need it, bro.
Tomorrow, I have a meeting with the HR director at the media ministry where I work. Because I just want to understand from her if it's covered. So I can, if it's covered, I can go through that route. But if it's not covered, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. But I'm paying out of pocket. I'd like it to be covered. But I'm just saying that to say, if you got to get to the root cause. Some of the things we talked about earlier was knowing your story. You know what really helped me to know my story?
Knowing your past?
Therapy. Yeah. I mean, I remember saying to I said, did we say this last episode that my twin died when I was 2? Okay. I remember saying that to the therapist.
You never said it out loud?
No, I said it to the therapist and they were like, tell me that story.
Oh, damn.
And I shared with them some of the details of the story. Essentially, my twin and I were put down to sleep for a nap.
Right.
And parents were, they left the room because, the 2 kids are sleeping. And they were alerted that there was a problem because they heard the crying. So they rush into the room, pick me up because I'm crying. And check. Nothing is wrong. Then they noticed my twin is blue. His skin tone was blue. It's SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome. So that's the way the story goes. I'm getting ready to say the next piece of the story. And the therapist is like, hey, bro, why did you cry? It's like, nobody's ever asked me that before. I mean, because I was a baby as well. So how the heck would I know?
Right.
He's like, that means from before you knew what life really was, you understood death.
Oh, God.
I'm just saying, like, we don't know what we're carrying until you get a chance to see it framed from somebody else's perspective. I've told that story a million times. I've never realized that my crying is what alerted my parents to the fact that something was wrong. Why was I crying? I don't know. Some people say, oh, you're 2 years old. You don't really even know what death is. No, clearly I knew something was wrong.
You knew something was wrong.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I have said this to other twins who have lost their twin. You feel like something's missing. Seriously. That is hard to explain to those who never explained it, never experienced it. I'm saying all that to say this is a roundabout version of just saying, oh, we all need therapy, doc. And this isn't from a matter of like, I'm all messed up. It's just a matter of like, you got to have a space where you can process experiences that punctuate your life. Like this makes you who you are. And some of those experiences, when you begin to really hash them out, they become your secret power. Because if you know how to deal with that joint, you know how you can talk to others who are going through the same thing too.
Right?
So I hope that's helpful, bro.
No, that's definitely helpful.
That's what I got for you, man. If you're a black man, bro, the amount of trauma that we've experienced in these here yet to be United States,
you
need some therapy, doc. You need to sit on somebody's couch, talk about some things.
Man.
What you got? What you got? I feel like the answer threw you off, bro.
I'm struggling with something that you brought up. You're talking about community. I'm very much the type, I have friends, I have family, I have people in my circle, but I'm very much the type to be like to myself.
Me too.
Like,
I'm the same way.
I stay in my hole when I'm at home. I sometimes will find excuses just to get out of doing something. When people want to engage with me, like I want to feel like I can do everything by myself. I don't want to ask for help.
Oh, that's me.
Like I struggle with trusting people as well. Dealing with different personal things that I've, had growing up, but it's kind of manifested and I've allowed certain things to simmer for a long time. And thankfully, I was able to, get a therapist a couple years ago, but, we're talking about decade plus of things building. And it's just like,
bro. And imagine there are people way older than you, double your age, that have never seen a therapist.
Right.
So, but continue. It's not that long ago for me. I want to be honest. It's not like I've been doing this for years. It's just, but I've recognized it's something that I've always recognized that it's something I needed. But continue. I resonate with everything you're saying.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I just like, I don't know. Like I've had conversations with some of my friends, and like I realized that I don't trust people. Like I understand that we're not perfect, and I'm not perfect myself.
Yeah, understood.
I can't always go into any situation, whether it's a conversation, whether it's just a simple hi and bye, or whatever. Maybe it's something more in depth. But there's always a part of me that's just like, I'm expecting this to disappoint me.
Yes.
And so I never fully invest myself. Maybe I'm trying to protect myself, but also just because I don't want to really get to know this person, because I feel like it's going to be pointless in the end.
Yeah.
I struggle with creating community. Like even my mom, she doesn't scold me, but like she'll say things to me like, Isaiah, like I feel like you don't allow yourself to really connect with people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I kind of maybe hide behind the facade of, oh no, I'm just not a people person. I like to be by myself, which is partially true, but I do realize that there's a lot of hurt in there. There's a lot of distrust.
Yeah.
So, whatever medium I'm trying to go into, whether that's in a workspace, whether that's in a family, whether that's in a relationship, whatever the case may be, like, what do you suggest? And really either of you can.
Yeah.
Like, how do I deal with, I guess, being better with not approaching certain relationships
Listen, you hitting the nail on the head.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of people that's gonna resonate with that question. Because it's real, bro.
Yeah.
It is. I think there is an assumption that other people are not like this.
Yeah.
Right? Because I am looking at the two of you, and the reason why I'm smiling right now is because I'm certain that both of you think I'm not this way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm very much this way. This is why I have to be intentional about seeking out these circles. Because I don't know what it is, bro. It's not even so much that I've been done wrong or anything like that. I like working by myself.
Yeah.
Like, like even, trying to lift certain things and move them I will lift it by myself, bro. Like I'll put something underneath that mug and slide it. Yeah. By the time he comes in, like, yo, why didn't you just call me? I'm like,
or even when they offer their help, you're still like, no,
I'm good.
I can do it.
Real talk. Yeah. That's everything you're saying. And in fact, one of my business coach is telling me this is the reason why your business hasn't grown, because you still have your hands on everything.
Yeah.
You're still doing the posts. You're still doing the description. You're still doing, you know what I'm saying? You're still scheduling the videos. You're doing all those things. You need to let that stuff go. You're the content.
Right.
And so you need to focus on creating the content and not doing these things. So when I'm only saying that part to help you recognize it will carry over into what we've been talking about this whole time. Right? So, and it's what I mean when I say the best thing that you can do for your content business is to invest in you right? Is to bring a healed version of yourself to your content or to your business. Mm-hmm. And so the answer to the question isn't a one size fits all. I just recognize that this is how I am, and I have to seek out like if you ask my family and my kids right now, who's Kirk's friends, they're not going to tell you a name. Yeah. There's not one name that they could probably bring up. I'm serious about this.
I hear it.
That's just not how I move. It's like, oh yeah, we gotta call so and so. That's Daddy's guy. No, they ain't not one name. Now, how many other people out there who would be like, yo, yeah, me and Kirk, that's my guy. Da, da, da.
Yeah.
Those are not names I would call out.
Yeah.
I would not call not one of them. That's just the way I am. But I force myself into these spaces because I found that I learned so much about myself in those spaces. It's outside of the comfort zone. So my comfort is seal it all up, bro.
Yeah, that's always been my comfort.
This is so great. This is why content is just like, it's such a catch-22. It's like, I can sit right here in front of that screen and talk to thousands of people and never leave my house.
Yeah.
It's so great.
Wow.
This is the introvert's dream. Right
yeah.
I'm gonna be like that. This is the misnomer. It's like, oh, you're on camera all the time.
Yeah.
Like people see me, media pastor at the church. They see me, they're like, hey, Pastor Kirk, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to.
The same way,
I don't want. No. I don't want to talk to you. Yeah. I don't want to be there. So I'm only saying this to say I commiserate. I'm not saying this to say I have attained or I've figured out the cheat code or I force myself into these scenarios because I recognize the benefit.
Yep. Same.
But
for me.
even if I was to just go by my default, I'm not seeking out, bro, anything. And here is the clincher. This is the thing that I constantly say in my mind is that I just feel like I can do pretty much whatever I need to do. I can do it on my own.
Yeah.
But the problem with that mindset is I would take that into my salvation as well.
Oh God.
No, I'm serious. And you can't.
Mm-hmm. You absolutely cannot.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do. You know what I'm saying? Like I hate to put it in black, but that's black and white for me. It's just like, I just feel like I see it in my dad as well. My dad worked by himself in a carpentry shop. He building all these huge cabinets and stuff. This guy made all kinds of rigs and things to build stuff and lift stuff and push stuff here because he's by himself in that mug.
Man.
He worked way better by himself. He got way more done by himself than he ever did with anybody else. I see that in myself. Is there a solution to it? I feel like where necessary, we need to reach out and find spaces where we can have those connections, even if you've got to force yourself to invest. Yeah. It's not from the perspective of you're going to be hurt. I'm not investing in anything right now that I would even feel remotely hurt by, but I do invest in certain spaces. But the thing that I don't hear anybody say is that there are with every perceived, disability, whatever, thing, quibble, quirk, idiosyncrasy, with every perceived ism, right? I have OCD, right? OCD has its cons, and their perception is that it's only cons. So the perception of this thing, this condition, whatever we want to call it, lonerism, whatever it is, the perception is that it's negative, all negative. And that's not true. So what I recognize is because I like working by myself, I've set up systems to where I can just hit one button. And those systems are what I'm selling. You see what I'm saying? Most people don't think like that. It's like, well, I got to hire somebody to do. No, you don't. Let me show you what you got to do. Okay, bet. And they're like, man, how did you think of this? What I never say is what I'm saying to you guys.
Right.
The reason why I think of this is because I don't want to work with nobody.
Yeah.
So this whole room is set up to where I can run it from here.
Yeah.
Streamline process.
I don't.
You're selfish, Kirk.
I'm very selfish. But I don't want you to walk away and be like, it's a work in progress, man. I have to really work at that joint regularly to try to see my way through to. But I don't think you have to invest in all areas. I praise God that I found a good woman You know what I'm saying? I praise God that we have kids, and the way that I'm talking with y'all is how I talk with my kids. I'm very open and real with them. I don't hold back. And how I coach is how I speak to my kids. Sometimes I literally will say to Carson, man, like, yo, you owe me $12.50, bro. Like, so that's a whole session. You know what I'm saying? Like, you getting this for free. You need to listen to what I'm saying to you. So, but I praise God for those, because that is a built-in circle. But then I just kind of realized, I mean, even like the men's conference I went to earlier this year in Atlanta, it's at the urging of my family. Like, yo, there's a men's conference. Go. Take the whole weekend and go. And I get to the men's conference. Everybody's there with other guys.
It's just
chilling.
Yeah.
On the lonesome. And I was good with that.
Man,
that is my, so I'm saying I resonate with that far more than you probably ever know. I just wish I had a solution.
Yeah.
All I can tell you is I have to push myself out of my comfort zone regularly to engage with people.
Right.
And I've found that there are benefits in engaging, but it's not like I'm looking for them to, I don't know how else to put that. I'm not looking for them to do anything. I don't have an expectation of this massive benefit. I just engage for the sake of, I need to engage with people. That's a need. That's a base human need. The way God designed us is to live in community. So I can't keep on cutting myself off. And I'm gonna be honest, when I see the limitations for my business and for my content, I'm like, man, when I hired the video editor, that was a struggle. You know what I'm saying? Letting that go, that was a struggle. He's not gonna edit it right. You're not gonna do this. You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do it the way I do it. Even real talk, even at church, like running the Praise Cafe, bringing y'all in, I was just like, they're not going to do it right. But I had to, because what I recognize is every time I set up these things that I haven't brought anybody along the journey with, it's a jail cell. Because I can't, if I don't train you guys, then I can never be free. I never get away. I'll be at that every single weekend. I'll be there. So it's almost, I wish I could tell you it's like a noble motivation, like, oh, I'm just trying to expand myself. No, I just don't want to be shackled. Right. So I'm just kind of like, they're not going to do it my way, but that's okay. Let it go. And I've learned, even like watching you produce and watching Miles produce, watching Dwayne produce, there are days where I'm like, oh, I didn't think about doing it like that. And so I end up learning too, but I wish I could tell you that was the reason for doing it in the first place. It wasn't. It's because I really just didn't want to be the only one doing it. Right. So I don't know how, hopefully some of the things that I've shared this is just mental hacks that I've come to that have helped me to step outside of that space. But no, I think it's a lifelong sentence. It's not it's not it's not a quick fix. I went to the dermatologist a week or two ago, and the lady was like, because she gave me the same prescription for the same cream, and I'm like, yo, sis, the same rash is still here, fam. She's like, you have eczema, right? I was like, no, nobody's ever said that to me. She's like, oh, my bad, you have eczema. I'm like, so what does that mean? She's like, this is a lifelong sentence. We're just managing symptoms. Right. We're not curing it. And that helped to know, like, this is not something that I'm going to, oh, boom, I'm going to do this and it's going to go away. Nah.
Change your expectations.
Change your expectation. Now I'm maintaining.
Learning how to manage.
And because you're cognizant of the fact that my default setting is, let me go home. Default setting, let me go by myself. Default setting, yo, let's ride together to Atlanta. Nah, I'm gonna ride by myself. Cause I don't know how y'all ride. I'm a little different. So I'm gonna, and I ain't gonna lie, there's certain areas where I'm like, nah, I ain't doing that.
Ain't compromising.
I'm not compromising. There's certain areas where I'm not pushing myself here. Cause I'm just gonna be miserable. And I'm not gonna be fun to be around. And so I was like, okay, let me when I can show up, I'll show up. I hope that helps. I know it's not like a direct answer, but I will, kind of go back to what I said with Maria earlier. Is like, bro, therapy is a thing. It's real, and we all need to kind of invest where that's concerned. And as we land this particular episode, because we like way over time.
I'm sure we over.
But one of the, as we started with the whole concept of if you never treat it like a business, you never get paid. I think there's one of the founders of our faith tradition, prolific writer named Ellen White. She has this book called the Adventist Home.
Mm-hmm.
And in that book, she talks about the family firm. And
Mm-hmm.
she's specific in saying this term firm, not from a foundational standpoint, but from a business standpoint. And there's some principles that she espouses there that I firmly believe in. And me and my wife have completely subscribed to that school of thought, that your family is a firm.
Mm-hmm.
So we have money set aside in our family budget for us to have professional development. And it's not a lot. We're not talking about like, thousands of dollars, but like if I need to take a $400 challenge, that's going to expose me to how somebody else does something. We have money set aside for that. And I think this is the thinking that I want people to walk away with. When you don't treat it like a job, you'll never get paid. The concept is you are your most valuable asset. You, a better you is going to mean a better everything. And so if you invest in yourself, invest in your health, invest in your diet, invest in your mental, invest in your business. But when you invest in your health and your diet and your mental, you're still investing in the business. And that's something that I really hope people walk away with. That's literally how it all works.
Man.
Yeah.